This game is going to either make a lot of people very happy or a lot of people very angry. What is up, Fin fans? Week 12, sitting at 6-4. I wish it was 7-3, but hey, it's all right because we're taking on those New York Jets. I got Ian, my buddy from Jet Central. He's going to come on, give us a little backstory, a little inside source on the Jets, how he's feeling, their injury report, all that stuff. I recorded it last night, so I'm not going to be wearing the same thing I'm wearing now. But before we jump into that real quick, got to let you guys know, you see this and you want one of these, patchvibes.com. They also have t-shirts, pins. Use the promo code DDW. You get 20% off. Also, very important, you will not see me until Sunday when I go live. I'm not going to be making a video tomorrow, Saturday. Sunday, after the Dolphins-Jets game, is when Dolphins NYC is doing their raffle for a bunch of great prizes, and all the money that they get from that is going to the Miami Dolphins Foundation Food Relief Program. So if you guys want, the website is in the description. Go grab yourself a raffle ticket. It's only $5. You also get 5 for $20, so you get one raffle ticket for free. And you might be asking yourself, Doug, what do I get if I win? Well, first place is a signed helmet from Brian Flores and a t-shirt that says Flo's Nose. Second place is a mini football signed by the great center Dwight Stevenson. Third place is the Shula commemorative yearbook, which you guys would have got when it came to the kickoff in the first home game for the Miami Dolphins. So be sure to go over, get yourself a raffle ticket, especially if you want to win one of those great prizes and to help out the Miami Dolphins Foundation Food Relief Program. But other than that, let's get to what Ian has to say and jump to Ian from Jet Central. Got my buddy Ian here from Jet Central. Ian, how you doing, bud? You sticking in there? Got a long season ahead.
Yeah. Hey man, we're just about half. We're actually no, we're further along than halfway through. Time's ticking, right? But as the days keep going by, right, as we keep on checking these games off the schedule, we're just getting closer and closer to Trevor Lawrence. So I'm all good.
Yeah. So how do you like the idea of having to deal with Adam Gase for a few more games just to secure Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, man. I mean, I never liked the idea of dealing with Gase. I mean, you know it. Like when the Jets initially brought him in, was not a fan. So it does irritate me big time to just see him sitting there on the sidelines, just like alone on the bench, just looking at the play sheet, just as the players are running by him. But I mean, if we can just suffer for what are we now? Week 12. So just a couple more weeks here for, literally the greatest quarterback prospect of all time. I think I can definitely endure that.
Now, there's a lot going into this game. Dolphins taking on the Jets. Dolphins tend to not play well against teams on the road when it comes to their having a losing record, and you guys have the worst record out of everyone. Do you see there being a chance for the Jets to upset Miami in this game?
So it's funny enough, I was actually talking to my little brother about it, right? A couple like before the Broncos game, and he was telling me, he's like, dude, Miami's playing great ball. They might challenge Buffalo for that divisional crown, like, week 17. And then the Broncos game rolled around and I mean, the defense played great. Special teams, I mean, they're definitely a loaded group, but I feel like the offense is, Miami's Achilles heel. And I don't watch all of every single Dolphin snap, obviously, but that's just kind of what I can,
Mhm.
take from afar. But I mean, to answer your question, man, I think there's definitely a chance. There's always a chance, but it's slim considering that I feel like the Jets want to lose,
Yeah.
right? Not necessarily the players, but just the front office.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys were so close. You were doing so well against Buffalo, and a lot of Dolphin fans were really rooting for the Jets. And like you said, you can tell that the Jets would prefer to secure that number one spot. Do you think if and when the Jets lock in that number one pick, do you think they'll try to pull out a win just to not go 0-16?
I think it all is dependent on Jacksonville, man, because Jacksonville, crazy enough, I think they're 1 in, I believe 10 or
Yeah, something around 1-9 or something like that. Yeah.
right. Yeah, they're a 1-win team. So if the Jets and the Jags both finish with one win, it's going to Jacksonville, and then the Jets are going to be slotted at spot number 2. So as much as it sucks to say it, I think a lot of Jets fans want to go 0-16 because Jacksonville doesn't look like they're going to win a game this season. Unless they, maybe pull something out this week with Mike Glennon at the helm. But it's really just a race for number 1 between, New York and Jacksonville. It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is, because it's funny. When the season started, Jacksonville beat the Colts, so everyone thought like, oh, Jacksonville might be doing something. Now, no, like you said, it really does come down to that. Now, with this game coming up, right? Like you said, every Jet fan's probably like, let's just lose, even though you guys hate Miami. It's just like, screw it, let's just lose and get past this season. When it comes to the quarterback situation, right now, is Flacco playing or Sam Darnold playing? Do you know?
So it's still kind of up in the air. Like something just came out like literally 20 minutes ago that it's probably going to be Sam Darnold. I'm honestly against that. I think if he's not 1,000% ready to go, I mean he's dealing with the injury to his throwing shoulder. If he's not 100% ready, to roll and be the starting quarterback, take hits, then I'm not playing him. Right, especially if I'm New York and I'm viewing this guy as like a trade chip this offseason. I'm not putting this guy back out there against a great defense.
Yeah, and you personally, like, what are your thoughts on Sam Darnold? Do you think it's run its course and you kind of seen what you can see out of him, or do you think kind of like the whole Josh Rosen situation, he never really got a shot? Like, what is your thoughts on Sam Darnold?
Yeah, so I mean, I liked Darnold coming out of USC. I wasn't obsessed with him. Like, I didn't think that we drafted like the next guy for the next 20 years or something like that. He reminded me a lot of Blake Bortles, a guy who, makes crazy plays from time to time. The fan base themselves really likes him, but he almost does enough to stick around.
Yeah.
But there's just, there's mechanical issues, there's turnover issues. He doesn't really elevate anybody else. And, you can make the argument, hey, he's had a crap coach in Adam Gase and, Todd Bowles as well. Hasn't really had that much to work with, but this is year 3 and he's looked worse than his first game in the NFL. So, I mean, I think it's run its course. I'm not saying he's destined to be horrible forever. I mean, he could go to a team like New Orleans or Pittsburgh or something like that, possibly blossom down the line. We'll see. He definitely still has potential, but I think both sides definitely need a change of scenery.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, it's kind of like the same thing with Josh Rosen. It's just one of those situations you can't really tell what is causing it, but it's Sam Darnold. It's run its course, especially if you got Trevor Lawrence coming in, or even if you guys don't get Trevor Lawrence, are you still comfortable with the other 2 possible quarterbacks? Like, say somehow you guys do end up winning 1 or 2 games and Jacksonville gets that number 1 pick. Are you still comfortable with the other quarterbacks potentially getting at number 2?
So I'm definitely cool with Justin Fields. The other guys, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, I've heard a lot about him. I've seen like his highlights and stuff. I haven't like dove in and like sat down and like analyzed the BYU game. So, and same could be said with North Dakota State with Trey Lance, even though with Trey Lance, he's been kind of, up there with like a top 5, top 10 pick for, I want to say like going back to last year with the crazy season with no turnovers. But to be honest with you, I would be pumped with Trevor and I'd be pumped with Justin Fields. The other guys I'd have to do more research on. I can't sit here and, lie to you and say, oh yeah, I'd be pumped or, I would hate it because I haven't really dove in.
Yeah. So looking at this game, I think everyone and their mother thinks that the Dolphins are going to win this one, not only because the Dolphins are trying, like you said, to make the playoffs and compete with the Bills for the division, but the Jets want that first overall pick. So it's like 2 teams going in 2 opposite directions on this season. What do you think would have to happen for the Jets to pull off this huge upset against Miami? Like, what do you think the Jets would have to do, or what do you think would have to go right for the Jets to somehow pull off this upset against Miami?
To turn the football over, right? I think blunder, like maybe, fumbles, messed up special teams types of plays, just setting the Jets up with good field position. Like, again, I think Joe Flacco gives the Jets the best chance to win, not only just this week, but just from here on out. But like I, alluded to before, it's probably going to be Sam Darnold. And I'm just not too confident that he can go out there and consistently throw for, 300 yards. And when the fan base has no confidence in the offense, like that's as bad as the Jets are. The offense is the worst part. And I mean, you know the Gase offense really well.
Oh yeah.
So you've seen it firsthand. Funny enough, Chan Gailey was actually with the Jets when Gase was with the Miami Dolphins. So it's weird.
The whole switch.
Yeah, big switch. But no, I like to answer your question. I think Tua just needs to struggle. I think if he, is out there just and the Dolphins are going 3-and-out, and then maybe an interception or a bobbled snap or something like that, Tua just gets rattled because Greg Williams will not hold back. Like he's going to send the house. He will blitz big time.
Yeah, because he doesn't. It doesn't matter to him because that coaching staff's probably not even going to be there next year. So Greg Williams wants to win. He doesn't give a crap about your draft picks and stuff. But yeah, I would say predictions for this game, but I think we both are understanding that, like I said, Jets want to lose, Dolphins want to win. But I will thank you so much for coming on the channel. It's always great to talk to you, getting the inside source on what you guys are thinking. And like I tell you guys all the time, be sure to go subscribe to Ian at Jet Central. He not only knows his Jet stuff, but if you heard him talking about the college players, he knows his college players. So if you guys want more of like a breakdown, especially when it comes around draft times, Ian knows his things. So Ian, where else can they find you besides on YouTube, bud?
Yeah, man, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much Jets_Central on Twitter, and then I think it's official Jet Central on Instagram. But Doug, dude, I appreciate you having me on, man. It was a blast. It's always great talking to you. And man, it always sucks saying good luck to a divisional rival, but I mean, we all kind of know what's gonna transpire.
Well, real quick question before you go.
Yeah.
Who would you prefer to win the division, the Miami Dolphins or the Buffalo Bills?
I would say the Bills. I would say the Bills. Because, I mean, I think being from Florida.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. No way. I mean, all my buddies are Dolphins fans, all of them.
Makes sense.
So it's definitely been a tough year to listen to. But at the same time, it's not like Miami has had those playoff wins just yet. I mean, at the end of the day, I think you guys are, a six-win team right now?
6-4, yeah.
Yeah, so 6-4. So nothing too crazy, right? Nothing to write home about, but everything is pointing to success down the road, which is always encouraging.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Ian, thank you so much for coming on. It's not gonna be the last time. We have a ton of things planned.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him on in the off season, all that other stuff. But Ian, I appreciate it, and thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, man, and vice versa. I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
Always a pleasure having Ian on. Like I said, I'm going to have him on more in the off season as well, because like I said before, he is very, very good at the college scouts and knowing his stuff when it comes to that. So I'm going to incorporate him more. Yes, unfortunately, he's a Jets fan, but I'm going to incorporate him more into the channel when it comes to the scouting, all that stuff, because he can give us a very good inside source on that. But let's do our usual, and we're going to talk about the injury report, and then we're going to jump into the 5 things the Miami Dolphins need to do to beat those Jets. And the Jets want to lose, the Dolphins want to win. That's all I'm going to say. But let's jump into this injury report. Unfortunately, I'm recording this at 1:48 Friday, and unfortunately, they did not release the Friday injury report yet, but I do already know what's going on with that. So let's break down the injury report from yesterday. You could see that the only people who really didn't practice was Solomon Kinley and Savon Ahmed. And yes, you see Tua Tagovailoa was limited, but today, I'll give you guys the update. Today, he practiced full with no brace on his hand, no nothing. He's fine. He just banged his thumb. He's all right. Everyone's going to start freaking out about it. He is fine. Trust me, he's okay. So Savon Ahmed practiced today. So I'm hearing he's good to go potentially for Sunday. I'm also hearing that there's a chance that we get Gaskin back. Those are going to be game time decisions, but I'm very excited about that. Unfortunately, Solomon Kinley did not practice again today, so it seems like Jesse Davis is going to be playing the right guard position. We're going to have a Hunt at right tackle. I'm all right with that. I like Solomon Kinley. He's a big bruising right guard, but he struggles in the run blocking, so I'm all right with putting Jesse Davis there, especially with the struggles that happened last week against the Denver Broncos. Then we look at the New York Jets. They're pretty banged up, but the biggest thing that I'm hearing, and that it's already been announced, is that Sam Darnold is going to be starting. And if you remember what Ian said, he would actually have preferred Joe Flacco to start, but Sam Darnold will be starting for them. So Now I'm going to jump into the five. No, hold on. Before I jump into the 5 things, I got to mention some other things. That COVID list. Jesse Davis, you already heard me say he's going to be starting. He's off the COVID list. Matt Cole, he's off the COVID list. And the most important person that we needed for the past 2 weeks is off the COVID list. Christian Wilkins will be back. Our own Power Ranger will be back. So now, after getting that out of the way, let's jump into the 5 things that the Miami Dolphins need to do to beat these New York Jets. And it's in no specific order. So 1 to 5 isn't like most important to least important. It's just I write them down while I'm watching film and breaking stuff down. So the number one thing the Dolphins need to do to beat this New York Jets, you got to have a bounce back game. You got to have a bounce back game against this team. You had a bad game against Denver. The whole team essentially had a bad game against Denver. There were some players here and there that had an okay game, except for Xavier Howard. He's still a man amongst boys. He's just Xavier Howard is just a beast. But everyone else kind of struggled here and there. Even Eric Rowe struggled a little bit. You know, the run game was gone. The run defense was gone. Tua struggled. Like everyone was struggling. Bounce back game. Today, Sunday. Today isn't Sunday, but I'm saying that day of Sunday. Bounce back game, huge bounce back game. That's what the number one thing that has to happen. The number 2 thing that has to happen, and Ian even talked about it when I asked him, what are things that the Dolphins could do to have the Jets beat them? Or what could the Jets be looking for the Dolphins? No mistakes. There was a lot of mistakes in the Denver Broncos game. We need no mistakes. There was a potential to tie the game, interception, mistake. A lot of stupid penalties, some that weren't on the Dolphins and shouldn't have been called, but no mistakes. You don't want to give the Jets more chances and more opportunities to potentially win the game. Again, I don't see them wanting to win the game. I can see them potentially trying to throw it, call it in, but do not make any mistakes. Don't even give them that opportunity. Don't even crack the window because you ripped the fat and want to let a little bit, close the window. Just smell it. I know it stinks, but it'll be gone in a little bit. No mistakes. The number 3 thing, I almost said 4. The number 3 thing that the Miami Dolphins need to do, they need to take advantage. They need to take advantage of a team that wants to lose. They need to take advantage of a team that wants to go 0-16. You heard Ian. They are in the competition with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who only have 1 win to get that number 1 spot. Him as a Jet fan, though, he said he's fine with the first or second quarterback, whoever they may be. But they want that number 1 spot to control who they get to take. So they want to lose. The Dolphins want to win. Take advantage of that. Like I said in 2, no mistakes, but compile that all. Take advantage. Take advantage of a team that is struggling and wants to lose. The number 4 thing, and I hate saying this because a head coach started this a couple of years ago, but you got to do your job. You got to block. You got to catch. You got to make the right reads. You got to cover. You just do your job. You do your job. You hit the right gap. You hit the right blitz. You do your job, and everyone produces and does their thing. It will be a complete and utter dominance of a win. So you just got to do your job. Please, Miami. This is the game where you get your confidence back. So do your job and play smart football. And the number 5 thing and the last thing the Miami Dolphins have to do. And I want this. This is the game. This is the game that it needs to happen. Run the ball. Give your defense a breath. Don't put it all on Tua's shoulders. Hey, if Tua throws, he goes what? I'm going to say 10 for 15, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns, but we had like 150 rushing yards. I don't care. I don't care what the Tua haters say. I don't care what the people who doubt him say. Oh, he only threw for 100 and something yards. And he barely did anything. Hey, we won. We won. Run the ball. Don't put it on a rookie who's playing 4 games shoulders, especially with an offensive line that struggled against Denver. Greg Williams is not a defensive coordinator that's going to just be like, I'm all right with losing because I'm not going to be here next year. No, he's going to want to win. Run the ball. Get us that 100-yard rusher. Get us 200-yard rushers. Get us 2 80-yard rushers. I don't care, but run the ball. Eat that clock up. Get the heck out of there and get ready for Cincinnati. Run the ball. But those are my 5 things. And if you notice what my 5 things, and none of it really had to do with the Jets. The Jets don't want to win. The Jets want to go 0-16. The Dolphins want to win because the Dolphins are in the thick of the playoff hunt. If you guys notice right now, there's a lot going on with Baltimore. Lamar Jackson it tested positive. A lot of people are starting to test positive. There is a chance that the playoff bracket is going to be advanced to 8. So there's even more of a possibility for the Dolphins to get in the playoffs. That's all that matters. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, we get into the playoffs, we're going to get beat 1 and out. You never know. Just get in. You got to get in. And you see what happens. Giants did it when they went to the Super Bowl. They got in at the 7th seed, 6th seed. My brain, don't mind me. Went all the way to the Super Bowl. Just got to get in. I'm not saying we're the same team, not comparing us to those teams, but all I'm saying is you got to get there. But like I said, guys, the Jets want to lose and the Dolphins want to win. And this is the perfect game to bounce back after a bad beat against an inferior Denver Broncos team. The Dolphins are better than Denver Broncos, and the Dolphins are way better than New York Jets. The Jets rank bottom in pretty much all of the categories. The Dolphins should dominate this game, and the Dolphins should. We won 24-0 last time, but we scored no points in the second half. That's not happening again. I want a 43-17 or a 43-10 win. 43-17 is what we beat 49ers by, but I don't even want them to get 17 points. Score. I don't care how you do it. I want to win. I want to dominate. I want to see Tua throw for 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, go 20 for 25, and shut a lot of people up. That's what I want to see happen. Dolphins are winning this game. And if they don't win this game, if you like this Doug, if you like the upbeat, happy, making jokes Doug, if we lose this game, do not watch the post-game video. Because it's not going to be pretty. And I'm going to have to censor myself because I'm going to be very upset. Very upset if we lose this game. We should not lose this game. So expect a very angry Doug if we lose this game, but we're not going to lose this game, guys. We're not. Brian Flores is like going to crack the whip, take animal crackers and juice boxes away from everyone. But be sure to comment below. Let me know the 5 things you think the Dolphins need to do to beat these Jets. And hey, Jet fans, if you're watching this, what do you think? Like, do you want to win? And what's the questions I asked Ian? Answer them, comment them below. But other than that, I'm going to get to comment of the day. Surprise, surprise. I've never done this one before. I'm taking this comment from Instagram. What? Yep. When you guys asked me comment of the day on my Instagram post, wishing you guys a happy Thanksgiving, which I hope you guys did have an awesome happy Thanksgiving. I was so full, I wanted to just go into a food coma right afterwards. It was a good day. It was a very good day. Unfortunately, the Houston Texans won because the Detroit Lions are doo-doo. But one of you guys hit me up on Instagram. And this comes from Ricardo, and he says, why do you think our offense isn't playing very well recently? It's because they're young. If you want my God's honest opinion when I look at it, it's because they're young, especially on the offensive line. If the offensive line just played a little bit better and we had a run game, I think the offense we'd be probably like 7-2 right now, or 8-2, not 7-2, Doug. But like we'd have a very good record. I think we would have beat Seattle if the offense was just doing any better, because we kicked how many field goals against Seattle? We definitely would have beat Seattle. I think we would have beat the Patriots. It's just they're just real sluggish right now, and it's because they're young. 3 rookies on the offensive line. We got a rookie quarterback who's you guys watch that clip where Ryan Fitzpatrick is talking to Tua, saying, "Look, man, you don't got enough time. You don't got a lot of time," which is even more of a vindication that the offensive line was playing so bad. That Fitz was talking to us, saying, "You don't got time to get to your third read, man. You got to get that ball out," because even Fitz noticed it. This offensive line's playing pretty bad today. So that's where the offensive struggle is coming from. It's a combination of the youngness, not having a running game, and just the inexperience. Whereas the defense, on the other hand, is doing better because we have Kyle Van Noy, Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, Bobby McCain, Eric Rowe, Agba, Lawson. We have all these veterans. Not many young guys on the defense, a lot of young guys on the offense. I honestly think that's why. But thank you so much, Ricardo, for the comment. Be sure to go follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I think this is going to be the last time I'm going to say that in the endings, because I'm just going to pop it up like over here or something. So I'll just get right to the point of saying Fanatics Network. Be sure to check them out. They got their website, fanaticsnetwork.com. They got their YouTube channel with a ton of great content and their own podcast. Perfectsville is on there. A lot of people are on there, so be sure to check it out. Fan to Fan Network. They will have their live stream on their YouTube channel and on twitch.tv/Fan to Fan Network this Sunday at 11 o'clock before the game. So be sure to check that out. Other than that, fellas, I will see you here live Sunday, 1 p.m. Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. I will be able to watch it on TV, so I won't be a play and a half behind you guys. So I'll actually be able to react with you guys. So I will see you guys Sunday at 1 p.m. But like usual, guys, stay classy and fins up.